Alright there you guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and today I'm officially updating you on some more latest news that has been officially updated. The first topic of development I'm going to start with today is this Paris Saint-Germain right back. He's called Serge Aurier or something, I can't pronounce his name correctly. That according to reports, stemming from reports, that Manchester United and Manchester City have made an approach for the right back. He currently made 20 odd appearances for Paris Saint-Germain last season, and I think now currently that they've got who did they get on the board? Dani Alves on the board. They are willing him to let him go at that right back position. Currently, Aurier won the Liga 1. He's won with Ivory Coast the African Nations Cup as well. I don't really know much about him, to be honest, but apparently he could be for sale for around about £17.5 million. There has been talks about this. So right back's not the most essential position if you take into consideration, with a centre defensive mid. We need to add depth there and strengthen up in that asset. We need them creative winners. I have concerns at left back as well because we don't have many viable alternatives. We do still have them injuries at left back. Right back's not the most essential position, depending what happens with Darmian. Inter Milan have had a lot of interest as well. There's been talks about him being part of the Perisic deal. But Valencia's our advanced right back, of course, got that width, good in the air, and it's fantastic that he extended his contract. So that's not the most concerning position. But if Mourinho can get him, then that's fantastic news. Latest news about Ivan Perisic now, guys. Perisic, there's currently people now being dubious about this. They are doubting that if he will come to Manchester United or would he fit in the Manchester United agenda. Basically, this, according to the reports, a Serie A expert has basically said, will he be basically doubting that Perisic will come to Manchester United or will he fit in at Manchester United? Inter Milan are basically still willing to keep him. Obviously, the director also has poured cold water on the speculation about Ivan Perisic. Basically saying he's basically resisted to this and he's reluctant. Basically, they're not going to sell him, and he's basically saying it is not happening. But we need someone like Perisic, with tremendous speed, good in the air, good at driving forward, good at darting forward, strong, aggressive, and that's what we need at Manchester United. I think talks have been held with him and the manager to be finalised by tomorrow. He was currently Inter Milan. He claimed that he had a dental, had a tooth. It could accelerate the move even faster now this has happened. I think he'd gone to his dentist to get the treatment that he wants, Ivan Perisic. But there's still people out there being dubious about this move, that Inter Milan still want the 48, what Damasio announced, they still want the 49 million pound. We're not willing to pay that. I think we're willing to pay is maybe 45 million or something like that. But we're still not willing to pay the amount of money that Inter Milan have been asking for absolutely months, as we've had bids being rejected in the past from Inter Milan. And obviously Ed Woodward has skipped the tours, the US tours, to try and get deals finalised, including the Ivan Perisic deal. But we thought before he was going to be taken off the transfer market, he was going to be offered a new contract. He's currently got 3 years on his contract left at Inter Milan. But he's forcing the move. He wants to come to Manchester United, does Perisic, and we need them creative winners. And also, Martial's been involved in this deal as well. £20 million and £20 million and Perisic, and they get Martial. I'd be absolutely furious if that was to happen. Martial needs time. He's 21. He's still young. One of the world's most expensive teenagers. I thought he performed well in the LA Galaxy game also. Martial spent most of his time on the left last season. I think he's disappointed that he has currently lost that number 9 shirt, Antonio Martial. He failed to replicate the form that he was in back in the day when he scored them 17 goals as top scorer. But he deserves a chance. But with Perisic coming, if Martial is to stay, it will be harder for Martial to get game time under Jose Mourinho. But Perisic is in different comparison to a lot of our winners. He's very efficient and he doesn't set the world alight. These better players out there, you can't compare him to the likes of Bale or Griezmann or whatever, but he'd be still an efficient winger, and he's a player that can feed, but he can feed players ahead of him. He's tenacious. He can put balls into the box, and someone who can beat a fullback, and Perisic can do that. And he's also fantastically good defensively as well. He's Perisic. But we're basically out of options at the moment in this transfer window. We're basically out of options. We don't know where we're at the moment. It still will be finalised. Will they even Perisic? I think it will be tomorrow. More talks will go ahead. There's people still being dubious about this. Obviously, the agent before has been officials and negotiating a deal through. But Perisic is still adamant that he does want to come to Manchester United. We need that depth in midfield. And yeah, as I notified you guys yesterday about Fabinho, the deal is currently off £45 million. DiMarzio had announced before it was around about 45 million plus add-ons as well. But very, very disappointing. I'd have loved Fabinho and Nainggolan as a midfield, to complement and, interact with your likes, your Aurieras, your Pogbas, and very disappointing. DiMarzio had announced the Fabinho deal. And then it, according to reports, that he was going to Atletico Madrid. They'd agreed a £40 million deal. They can't sign any players till January. And we were looking to reunite. Mourinho was looking to reunite with Fabinho. It looks likely at the first. But how disappointing is, a player like calibre, tenacious, good at breaking up the play, good at driving forward, and what can I say, missing out on Fabinho, and the deal looks like soft. City had been in there. He did say, though, he would rather join City than Manchester United than Manchester City. And he did tell Brazil, it was still reporting from TV that basically he did want to come to Manchester United. Basically now, I think he does want to leave, but Monaco are reluctant to sell him. They're basically, they are reluctant to sell him, and they are resisted to this. And looks like Fabinho is now going to be staying at Monaco. We've been linked to him for quite a while. We were struggling to negotiate a deal. But yeah, this is what DiMarzio announced, and it hasn't gone as we want it to. So yeah. Good point. A club vast status. As I said, Perisic is good, but you can't compare him to your likes of your Bales. You can't compare him to your likes, your other players that we've been linked to. We've looked at players galore. And latest news about Nainggolan, as I looked at the reports yesterday, I think he'd currently had a meeting. This was according to a report that I read. He'd had a 40-minute meeting with the director, and it's basically was to arrange basically him signing a new contract at Roma. And I think he's with the smiles that I'd showed, that basically I think he is basically going to be staying at Roma. His contract is until 2020, so he won't get much of a more of an extension. But I think Roma are prepared to extend him a contract. Obviously, Inter Milan looked so they was in pole position at first, but I couldn't see Roma selling him to an Italian rival. So Nainggolan, though, tenacious, very compassive, good at breaking up the play. And, they'd be absolutely fantastic, Nainggolan. What? Weren't there. Sorry about that. And, yeah, Nainggolan would have been fantastic. It looks like we've currently missed out on him as well. So basically now it's either turns attentions on Dyer or Matic. And, Dyer, yes, Tottenham I think are still reluctant to sell him. They are resisting to sell him. But if they do get the players that they want on the board, with them losing Kyle Walker, if they get like the Barclays they've been in for Max Meyer from Schalke, and a few other players, if that does happen, they might then will to sell Eric Dyer. He doesn't really excite me. He is versatile, he is good in the air, he is good at darting forward, he is good at physically going around defenders. But you can't compare him to your likes of your Fabinho's, your Nainggolan's. As I did say, I would prefer him over Matic. So I'm clueless in this transfer window with the Matic as well. Matic is also, I think, he's not gone to Asia with Chelsea. I think he's dismissed there. And he's currently training on his own. And basically, Juventus have been in... I'm really surprised that... about Matic, really. Juventus have been in there. He did say they could be in the pole position to get him. He does want to. I think Matic does want to leave. Chelsea want £40 million for him. That is way too much for Matic. I think he was playing alongside Kante last season, who currently got was it the PF Year Award for his performance with Chelsea. He played alongside him and interacted with him in the middle of the park. Matic is a Chelsea reject. I don't like him, and he's just not good enough for Manchester United. He's slow. He's not fast enough on the ball. His composure is not good enough, and if we do, I said I would back Mourinho all the way, whoever he does get in. I have a lot of trustworthy in him, and I'll back him all the way, whoever we do get in. So that's the latest news about that. And I was also disappointed about Morata, because he was a plan A, Lukaku is a plan B. But if Real Madrid are offering that amount of money, that's why they're struggling to negotiate with other teams to get deals finalised, to offload players, because I think they still need to offload players. They've still got the long-standing interest in De Gea. Not going to fully talk about the rumours as I've mentioned on my last video. Have you got any more comments? But like I say, I thought the performance was fantastic in the LA Galaxy game. I thought Rashford was fantastic. I think Rashford's growing into his game fantastically well. He's got taller now, and I may think he may score more goals now for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford, fantastic yesterday, leading lines, very clinical, good at driving forward. He likes to interrogate defences, and Rashford is a young athlete, and he's still only young, and he will get better and better and better. Just shows masterclass and experience and talent from a player like that. I thought Lingard played fantastic today in the LA Galaxy, also got 2 assists at that left wing back. I thought the way they were interacting in midfield, Herrera, Carrick, Fellaini were fantastic as well. Also an unlikely source getting his name on the score sheet was Fellaini. But yeah, it was a fantastic performance. I thought Mkhitaryan played well. I thought Lukaku on his debut, it was a shame he didn't get his name on the score sheet. But it was a good glimpse to see him in a Manchester United shirt. Fantastic. But they have been training these players fantastically well. They've been training. That's what pre-season is all about. Match fitness, the team bonding together, and that's what it's all about. But it's still always important with the pre-season games, because we've got to express yourself more, and then Jose Mourinho may know then what his best 11 could be for the West Ham game and what team to put out, whoever performs, whoever don't perform. So yeah, so it's always good to express yourself, basically express yourself in the friendlies, train, gel, work as a team, but it's still always important to get the victories, so then it builds your confidence going into the new season. I think Tuesday is the Real Salt Lake game. It's another 3 AM kickoff. Should be another easy win for us. Jose Mourinho, as I said, he will be rotating the squad differently like he did in the LA Galaxy. He put a starting 11 in the first half and then changed it in the second half. I think Romero is going to be started in this game. He did say that Romero will be started in this game. Left back Luke Shaw, Ashley Hunt, and Rojo are injured. I don't think any of them are basically expected to start, especially in the US. Rojo could be out at least till Christmas, I think so. So yeah, I don't even know where we're at, guys, at the moment in this transfer window. I really do not know. But Lukaku, as I said, fantastic player. Should have got his name on the score sheet. Premier League proven, good at driving forwards, good in the air, fantastic player. Become an isolated figure in the last couple of years, but it's only early days, it's only pre-season, so I'm not going to get too excited. Lukaku will step it up. He's proved it fantastic well at Everton, and he's got a good pedigree. And also, relation with Pogba is fantastic as well. I also thought Pogba played fantastic today as well. And and also thought Martial did okay. He also got his name on the score sheet as well. So, have you got any more questions? And centre-back, I may think we need a centre-back if Smalling goes and Jones goes, or if both of them go, in that matter of fact. Any more questions? But yeah, disappointed about 9 goal and disappointed about Fabinho. We've had positives in the transfer window. We've had negatives in the transfer window. We've had deals agreed, personal terms agreed. We've agreed personal terms with Perisic, but it's just that fee and deal to be fully finalised. But we've lost out until we said we'd agree personal terms with Talskin, Anderson. You know, Morata looks very likely, then it got knocked back because they were charging too much money with Real Madrid. Then there's been news about Ronaldo. So, yeah, we'll have to see what happens. But yes, Jose Mourinho is currently interested in signing that right back according to the reports I've just read. And yeah, it's hotting up in this transfer window now. Chelsea signed Bakayoko and Rudiger. City have spent a load of money on quite a lot of players as well. Tottenham are looking to get their first major signing of the summer as well. They've looked into quite a few players. Serie A have spent quite a bit of money on players as well. So yeah, I said whoever Liverpool basically buy in, I said they're not an elite team anymore. At Liverpool, they're not one of them elite teams. Not as they used to be back in the day with the success. They have got a good history. Like Manchester United have got a good history, but history doesn't matter anymore. It's about now at this day and age. To be honest, not sure who's going to win it next season. Do you think basically now with the team we've got Lindelof we've signed, Lukaku, and looks still convinced we will get Perisic on the board. If you think basically if we get them that other player, that's 3 signings going into next season, do you think that's enough? I'm pretty adamant Jose Mourinho will sign more players. You know, he will sign more players. But do you think with Perisic and maybe another 1 or 2 players there, that's enough? Maybe, maybe not. But strike-wise, I think we may be alright if Zlatan Ibrahimovic stays. I said it is overscheduled. Basically, we've had good positive feedback from the medical team that he will be maybe signing another short-term deal in October. But with a front line of Zlatan, he's a player that's very agile. Doesn't rely much on pace, but he's very agile. He's an efficient finisher, and he's good in the air, and fantastic player. 28 goals last season in all competitions. We was all adamant that Ibrahimovic was going to leave. But with Ibra there, Rashford not quite as ready to lead the lines, but he's getting bigger and tall, and he will progress fantastically well. Martial, if he stays, and Lukaku, do you think that's enough? I do think that's enough. I think the attacking sense is not the most concern. If you look at the other positions that we need to strengthen up, I think Ibrahimovic, Rashford, Martial, and Lukaku maybe just enough, and then basically in January then Mourinho's main priority will be probably in an attacking sense to go for Antonio Griezmann. He's going to look at Griezmann in January because he's a fantastic player. He's achieved fantastically well as Griezmann. You know, he scores goals. He's Galactico. What a player he is. He's got a lot of good physical attributes. It was disappointing with the transfer ban that Atletico Madrid thought that we couldn't get him before. It was almost confirmed. It was confirmed, but obviously they got that transfer ban, so they couldn't find an alternative replace for him. But I think we can still get him in January. But is there anything else to update you guys on? Yeah, there's nothing really much to really report about. I'm just reporting about that Paris Saint-Germain player. I'm reporting about what's going on with Perisic at the moment. I'm reporting about what's going on with Fabinho and what's going on with Nainggolan. Nainggolan's not coming now, I should imagine. Fabinho's not coming now, I should imagine. But Monaco they've got quite a few players in of Monaco but they've resisted to some of their players. They're not willing to sell Fabinho. Fabinho's a good player though. I do like him, as I said. Don't know what's going on with Mbappe. Don't know what's going on with Mendy could be going. Bakayoko's gone, as I said. Monaco have got rid of a lot of the players, but they've got, the young, talented, experienced team that helped them to progress last season. But they've got players in as well, so we'll have to see what happens about that. And it's also good that Jose Mourinho's created a lot of youth into the team. It's good that he's created a lot of youth into the team, though. He's Mourinho. He's got a lot of youth to bolster the youth academy. I really don't think we're in for Morata now. I think Jose Mourinho's basically given up, and they've basically had discussions with the team about Morata. That basically the deal is the transfer is basically inflated now about Morata. Could get him on a loan deal, but I can't see it really happening now. Real Madrid have just been stubborn, and I can't see it happening. And obviously now we've still got vacant numbers in the team. Obviously it was confirmed that Lukaku's got number 9, Victor Lindelof's got number 2. Um, there's still number 7 vacant and there's still number 10 vacant. So from a commercial point of view, Manchester United would definitely not want to keep the number 7 vacant. Maybe some players may get it. Maybe Mkhitaryan could get it. Maybe some other players could get it. And also, you know, they might treasure it a bit more. They might give it to an actual winger. I don't know. And number 10, basically, as you said, Rodriguez on loan at Bayern Munich, you know. He'd have been the perfect outfit to fulfill that number 10 role to replace Rooney. And he'd have been fantastic in that number 10 role with James Rodriguez. That's what I wanted, you know. I wanted number 10 to be filled by James Rodriguez because we was all adamant if he was going to be coming to Manchester United. He did insist that he wanted to come to Manchester United, did James Rodriguez. Very good player, versatile, absolute wonder of a left foot, good in the air, very tenacious, good at driving forward, interact with his team well. But with James Rodriguez, obviously, he was dismissed for the Champions League final. Didn't even get his name mentioned in the team, the bench, or anything like that. But yeah, it was disappointing to lose out on team. Javi Hernandez bonneted the Cumberland journalist had reported about this basically that Bayern Munich were emergency front runners and they looked realistically then they were going to get him. Mendes had currently banned him up to a lot of the big teams. With Rodriguez for months and months was basically saying he did want to make a move to Manchester United. There was a price tag of £70 million or something like that, but I just don't think like any of the teams were willing to pay that kind of money. But look what he's achieved. He's done fantastic. His performances in the World Cup have been absolutely sublime. I think he did well at Monaco as well, and he's got that reunion with Carlo Ancelotti as James Rodriguez. I was really disappointed about that, but we're losing on targets that we've been in for, saying they're coming and then they're not. James Rodriguez, you know, Fabinho, Nainggolan, Morata, Perisic, maybe not. That's probably still going to happen, but could be still on the debate line, depending what negotiations going on with Inter Milan and stuff like that. I don't know where we're basically at the moment in this transfer window. All I know is we've got Lindelof, we've got Lukaku, and I'm still fully committed that we're going to get Perisic. Apart from that, really, I don't know where we're at this transfer window from a Manchester United perspective and my point of view as well. I'm really confused. I don't know basically where we're at the moment. So yeah, Gareth Bale could be still possible. Missed out on him before. I'd love Gareth Bale. Mbappe, yes, Real Madrid, if I think they still have that interest, may have to offload one of the players if they want to get Mbappe on the board. I really don't have a clue where Manchester United are at in this transfer window at the moment, so we'll have to see what happens. I'm just going to have a little glance now to have a look at what's going on in more transfers. And yes, as I said, Everton have done well in this transfer window, got 6 or 7 players on the board. Rooney feels as though he can win silverware at Everton, you know, the amount of money they spent on good players. Obviously, this is Koeman. Look, he's strengthened his team up well, and that's what he wants to achieve. Top 4 maybe, or a trophy. You want silverware, top 4, or for them to get into Champions League football. Rooney feels as though he can do it. I do think he will perform fantastically well for Everton. I do think he will perform fantastically well, if I'm going to be honest. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. But if there's any more news, I will update you. We'll just have a look now to see if there's any more news. And yes, before I go, Herrera, there's been talks now that Barcelona have showed an interest in him. According to Herrera, there hasn't been a full-on initial approach for him. I think he had rejected his 60 million bid before from Barcelona. We didn't set the price tag out. They just had an interest in him. But I do like Herrera. Dramatically, a player who improved for me under Mourinho. I think a lot of players have improved under Mourinho. And Herrera holds that defensive midline fantastically well. I did say he needs to get pushed up and express himself more, which he will do, I should imagine. And he interacts and he combines with his teammates fantastically well in the midfield, does under Herrera. So he's still clinical, crucial. I would still keep him as part of Manchester United. And Manchester United have been in advanced talks and negotiations about signing him another deal, basically, and offering him a mega money deal. And I think there's still players that I in reality think will still go. Obviously, Januzaj's gone, Josh Harrop's gone, and we're pretty adamant Smalling. Jones will go. Smalling not good enough now. You know, look at his performances last season, weren't good enough. Looks very, very lethargic at the back. But as you could see, in the LA Galaxy game with fantastic performance, you could tell the tempo had risen up in the team. You could tell there were desire, there were heart, there were passion there. I know it's only pre-season, I'm not going to get round away, but we continue playing like that, working together hard as a team. You know, we will be title competitors next season. I'm not going to go too far with the team that we've got at the moment. I wouldn't say it's strong enough to win the league, but if we do get a couple of more very important players in that team, I really think we will be title competitors next season. You know, you've got to think about other teams there strengthening up as well. I think the top four will be with Manchester United there, Chelsea there, Arsenal there, maybe Arsenal, or maybe not Arsenal, because they've got Lacazette now on the board. And comparing Lacazette and Lukaku is really hard. I think the players are better. Lukaku is better in some aspects of his game. Lacazette's better in some aspects of his game, and Lacazette is a good signing for Arsenal. It's a fantastic signing, but I think Tottenham will still get the top four. They need a couple more signs in there after losing Kyle Walker, but I still think Tottenham will be very consistent. They have been for the last couple of years, and the way the football that Koeman's got them playing is fantastic as well. So we'll see what happens. I do think Manchester United there, Chelsea. I can't see Chelsea win it. I don't think Chelsea will win it again, because we've won back-to-back Premier Leagues before, 2007, 2008, 2009. But yeah, I think the next the one that looks realistically, the next signing is going to be Ivan Perisic. Could be finalised tomorrow. We'll see what happens. Anyway, guys, nothing more to discuss. That's everything to update you. Drop your like on the video and take it easy, and I'll see you later on. Bye.